Hi, I'm James from Standout Studio. This explainer video is going to be looking at how we can use the drum machines in Logic Pro X to make beats. We're not going to be focusing on the navigation and features and functions and how they work in Logic Pro X. I assume that you are familiar with how to navigate around Logic Pro X. What we will be focusing on is some of the undercover features that the drum machines offer and how we can use them to put together some exciting beats. So let's get to it. So once we've opened up our project, we're going to go and open up a drummer track. I've already done that, and the drummer that we've chosen is Magnus, and Magnus is playing a big room beat for us. It's a pretty simple beat. It's just got a kick, a snare, a clap and a top hat. So what we'll do is we'll just get it to loop, and we're not going to go into the dynamics and features and functions of the drum machine designer. One can customize your beat, one can change the swing and the number of fills in the loop and the pattern, but that tutorial is well covered in other tutorials. One of the things I do want to highlight is that if we open up the drum machine designer, we can see which pieces of kit in the drum machine are playing. If we want to change the voice of any single one, and we've chosen the snare drum here, if we go to the bottom left hand side, we can see in the library the choices that we have, and we can change the big beat drum kit to a chrome and get a new sound. I want to stop this loop from playing and go and create another track, and I'm going to select the software instrument track, and the instrument that I'm selecting is the ultrabeat drum machine. Once we've got our second track, I'm just going to copy and paste, or in this case just drag the loop into the second track, and immediately in the piano roll, the bottom, the piano roll editor, we can see we've got a MIDI representation of the drum track, and if we play that, we now have two drum machines playing the same pattern. Nothing too fantastic about that, but if we pan the one left and pan the other to the right, we get quite a wide stereo representation of this drum pattern, which is quite nice. If we go to the bottom to our piano roll editor, we can see the pattern that's being played and what pieces of kit it's being played on. What we can do is, in this particular example, we're going to move the clap to another place in the bar, and we are now starting to create quite a unique and different beat. In terms of developing our beat even further, we can open up the ultrabeat drum machine, and there we have the software instrument. And what we can also do is change the kits, and in the library we can see we've got quite a choice of different kits to choose from, and if we change the kit to broken beat kit number 1, the whole tone of the beat changes. So what we've seen so far is by using two of the drum machines in Logic, we can get quite a variety of iterations on a simple beat, but What we want to focus now, where we want to focus now is in the sequencer of the ultrabeat drum machine. If we apply a sequence to the second track of the beat, we can change the beat completely. You will notice that we haven't changed the notes in the MIDI arrangement of the beat, but in the execution of the software instrument, we've got an entirely new beat going. So what we do now is we grab the sequence from the software instrument and we tag it on to the back end of the MIDI arrangement in the second track. We will come back to the drum machine, turn off the sequencer, close the drum machine, and we'll go and just create a loop segment in our arrangement in Logic. So we just want to grab a section of the arrangement where we've got the original pattern, the original beat played on both drum machines, and then for the second part of the loop we have the sequenced arrangement on the second channel. So that sounds pretty cool. So the next thing we want to do is open up the pad arranger in Logic Pro, and with each region that we have in the linear arrangement part of Logic, we can now go create separate pads in the pad sequencer part of Logic Pro, and every pad then can be played separately or arranged in whatever sequence we wish to play them. What's missing is a bass line, so we'll just grab a loop from Apple Loops, put a bass line down, and now we'll also create a pad from the bass line, and we've got our beat almost done. All we need to do is maybe just change the key of the bass line, and we've got a whole beat arrangement going. I hope you found this tutorial informative and enjoyable, and I hope to be doing more tutorials soon. If you have liked the tutorial, just give me a like and I'll put some effort into doing more. Thank you very much.